Welcome, guys. Welcome. Hey, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thursday's live stream. Okay, so to start things off, let's take a look at SPY futures. So the overnight futures market looks pretty good, as we are now slowly kind of chopping it up around these two ranges. So around 4200 and that level that I told you guys about, 4099. And if you guys just wanted a nice range between in the support area here, I said 4099 to 4110. That was kind of the support area that you guys might want to be watching out for. Now, what's interesting about today was that we created a lower low compared to yesterday's low, so the pre-LOD, the previous low today, and we weren't able to overtake yesterday's high as well, right? We're off by 0.75. So that was kind of interesting to see today on SPY futures. Now, obviously, this is a very nice reversal candlestick compared to yesterday's candlestick. And it kind of gives you a good sense of who was in control today, right? And also who was in control yesterday. And it seems like there's a lot of quick, entries and exits going on since yesterday, including today. So there's a possibility that we can see that tomorrow as well, depending on where the price decides to go. And so overnight so far, we have a very flat open, hardly any movement at all on SPY futures. Nothing's going on much. Now, if you translate that to SPX, for example, right? So we have a nice flag breakout that I was talking about in the previous live streams, maybe 2 live streams ago, I think, or even the last live stream on Tuesday. But we have reached this critical area of supply that I pointed out as well about 2 live streams ago. So we've hit 4150 to 4160. So this is the area where we're going to see a lot of supply, overhead supply. And how do we know this? Well, just take a look at this area, right? And so we keep on coming back to this early to mid-February area, where we saw a lot of chop going on, where we bounced off of major levels of support and rejected at major levels of resistances. And so we are at that pivot point here as we hit that 4150 level, as the high of today on SPX was 4150.26. Now, let's go down to SPY, right? So let's go away with all the let's go away from the trend lines here and just focus on the price action, right? So SPY, on the other hand, made a higher low and a higher high. So that's interesting, right? Because remember, SPY futures did not do that. Instead, we actually made a lower high and a lower low, right? And that's kind of the reason why I think we're having a very flat open instead of moving moving on to the upside and continuing this uptrend higher. So if you come back to SPY, right, this is totally different, as we have now ended at a very critical area of supply and resistance. So as I told you guys previously, all right, let's also take these out now. These won't be that useful anymore. These are all intraday levels. I'll keep that one. Okay, so we're still stuck between these 2 ranges, right? Between 406 to 414.50. And we were able to break over 413 today. And we actually reached, well, almost reached 414, okay? We were 16 cents off here, since the high of the day was 413.84. So there is a chance that we can see a slight gap up open tomorrow. If that does happen, I would fully think that we'll see a rejection around 414 as a whole number level, or around 414.50, which is the next major level of resistance that we need to break out of to continue to go up higher. Now, again, we are slowly getting overextended as the average volume continues to dive lower and lower and lower, even with the past 2 days, including today, when we had this surge in volume as well, thanks to the CPI data. And just yesterday, we thought that we got a sell signal, right? As people start to sell from the incredible move of the CPI numbers month over month, right? We went from 6% to 5%. So, I believe yesterday one of the Fed members also said that the core CPI was still too high, which is the reason why we went lower. And then the FOMC meeting minutes came out as well, saying that most Fed members agree that we can see a mild recession later on this year. So that's why the market had a little bit of a fear yesterday that of a recession, even though we've kind of been knowing that all the data was pointing towards a recession, especially when we saw the ISM manufacturing numbers come out last week. So SPY again today, incredible move. We basically short squeezed anyone who was short overnight or even just from yesterday, right? So people who were bearish and were looking to short again today got completely kicked out of their positions as the price continued to trudge up higher and higher and higher for the rest of the day. So this tells you that we are still in a very much a choppy zone. However, one thing's different here compared to what we saw here. Instead of seeing lower lows and lower highs, we're seeing higher highs and higher lows. So this is very much different compared to early February to mid-February's price action. All right, this is completely different here. So we have, again, lower lows, lower highs, and then higher highs and higher lows here, right in the middle of April. So this is very interesting to see as, that's a very textbook uptrend. And obviously a lot of people are wanting to see some sort of consolidation, as I want to see consolidation a little bit more here before we decide to blast off and hit that major target level at 420. But obviously if you don't get that, then we won't, and we just continue to shoot straight up higher as we continue to respect this 10 SMA here on the daily time frame. Now the 21 SMA is finally catching up as we are now over this psychological $400 level. This is very interesting, right? And so if tomorrow, if we continue to move up higher thanks to this bullish candlestick, I would fully expect to see the 21 SMA crossing over the daily 50 here, because today we ended up converging right on top of it. Right, the two SMAs are nearly touching here. We're at a convergence point. And so if we get a nice move to the upside and we see a crossover of the 21 over the 50, that will be considered a nice bullish sign for the short term. And as long as we continue to respect and bounce off of the 10 or either the 21, we will be good. Now, I'm expecting some sort of a retest on the 21 SMA soon, and that can happen once we retest 420 and then we come back down. All right, so 420 is the maximum profit or maximum price target for any SPY longs to the upside. And so if we hit 420, I would really just expect us to reject really harshly and come back down to retest the 10 SMA and eventually retest the 21 SMA. Because again, we are pretty far away distance-wise, the observational distance-wise here, from the 21 SMA. Because again, the 21 SMA is sitting at $401.42. But thankfully, thanks to today's action, we're able to see the daily 21 SMA finally catching up over $400. Okay. All right. So, that's kind of what happened today. That's only what we need to be focusing on tomorrow. There's a good chance that we can continue up higher. So if we decide to come back down and retest at least, since we are sitting at very closely to the overbought levels on the RSI here, there is a slight chance that we can see a slight move back down to hit at least 412.50 or even 412 tomorrow, and then we move up higher, right? And then we start to make higher highs again and higher lows. So this is looking very, very interesting. I totally expected to see a continuation to the downside based on how we closed yesterday, and for the fact that we were most likely looking to see a double top here, right? 411.92 being the first top, and then 412.17 being the second top here. So, obviously that didn't work out as we broke over this double top area of resistance between 411.92 and 412.17. So that was very, very unexpected by the market today to just absolutely squeeze out any overnight shorts or any people who are trying to short today. All right, it was just straight 3 green bars up, 2-hour candlesticks here to the upside. And that's the reason why I expect us to come back down just slightly to around 412.50 to 412 tomorrow near open before we see any sort of a significant bounce to allow us to continue up higher and create that textbook uptrend of higher highs and higher lows. Okay. Hey, Miner, what's up? Good evening. All right, so expect that tomorrow. We can see again retest the 414.50. All right, so if you guys want a nice range, 414 to 414.50 would be a nice area to see a rejection tomorrow, especially if we get a slightly tighter day, since we've been having back-to-back very, very wide price ranged days, right, since the CPI data came out. So, as long as we continue up higher, everything is going to look good. But again, tomorrow CPI data and whatever else data that comes out this week. But overall, again, the market has done a great job of squeezing out any shorts that were short over the night or who are going short today. All right, so those are your levels for SPY, and remember to take a look at the SPY overnight futures market, because again, it's slightly different from SPY as we've had a lower low and a lower high on the day today. And so far, we've had a very flat open without much trading activity, and volume is slowly falling off. All right, the average volume is curling to the downside. So that's not good. All right, you want to see volume increasing if you are to continue up higher. But again, there's also been instances where the market just melts up with very, very low volume. Okay, so that's it for the markets. Does anyone have any tickers that they want me to go over? If so, make sure you guys leave it in the chat. I will be waiting. right, we got some names here. Thank you guys, thank you. Oh, Minor, you got 4 names. Jeez. 5? Okay, slow down there, slow down. 6? Jeez. All right, so first of all, PLTR. I went over this, so I'll go over this quickly. So PLTR is still making this very nice wide base, this inverted head and shoulders, right? We have the left shoulder, inverted head, right shoulder, and then we have our neckline right at $8.60, or if you guys just want to keep it simple, right, $9. All right, this is the neckline, okay? But I kind of like to keep it very, very close to where the shoulders and the head is at. So $8.65 is kind of where I think is a good area to look for an entry point. So PLTR looks like it wants to squeeze because again, we've had this nice dip the past, since last week. And it kind of looks like it took out any type of weak buyers who are sitting at this 8.65 level. So that means there's a good chance that we can see a nice run up to the upside, especially if we get that nice breakout over this $8.65. So that is your level that you want to be looking out for. On the weekly time frame, we have a very, very nice base again, right? It looks a lot cleaner here. And it also looks like, it also looks kind of bullish here because of the fact that we are staying above the weekly 50 SMA and we're holding above the 10 SMA as well. And we've also got this bullish crossover. So as long as we continue to move up higher, making higher highs and higher lows, we can reach double digits once more as we did back here during earnings reaction. Okay, AI. Oh yeah, so AI. So AI looks pretty bearish as long as we continue to make lower highs here. As we've been doing the past few trading days, we'll get the 10 SMA to cross lower and eventually break below the 21 SMA, giving us a bearish indication. And also it will break below to the 50 SMA, the daily 50 SMA here. So I think it's going to be pretty good to see here for AI to come back down so that we can grab some more possible long-term contracts or leaps on this one at a cheaper price, since most leaps, especially into next year, are already very, very expensive in premium. So, this is a meteoric rise since early this year. So AI has been completely, rocketing higher. But due to that short report, I believe, I forgot what company actually put that report out, but it doesn't really matter. All we know is that this one has been affected by that short report. So as long as we continue to go down and possibly come back down to 20 again, there's a good chance that we can break this support level. Why? Because we have retested it 3 times already, or actually 4 times here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we come back down to retest it a 5th time. Well, that's usually a good idea of a potential breakout to the downside of this support at $20. Okay, Minor, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now I want you to boil down into 3 names that you really want to be focusing on, because that's way too many names to be focusing on for the last day of trading this week. Okay, so give me 3 names from this list of 7 names here that you gave me. All right, so let's try to focus our attention to at least 3 names maximum. All right, this is way too many names because Google, Amazon, Apple will obviously kind of move together. All right, even NVIDIA, but Google, Amazon, Apple, they'll most likely move in sync with each other like it did today and yesterday and most of the trading days. So, Minor, choose 3 tickers that you really want me to go over. I think I know that you'll choose low though, since you are very, very interested in low, as you mentioned in the Discord today. So low, we're making a nice bull flag here. Okay. What we're seeing here is flagpole and then a typical flag, right? So this might just move sideways for a couple of days. But today's price action and volume is great. Why? Well, first of all, we pivoted off from the daily 200 and the 21, giving us that firm foundation of a potential bullish run on a short-term and a long-term perspective, right? And so the only caveat to this potential run to the upside is now the daily 50 SMA, which is kind of hawking, well, kind of putting overhead pressure on the buyers here. So I love the fact that we have a very nice hammer candlestick. Right, this is what we call a reversal candlestick, or a reversal type of candlestick. And so tomorrow, the confirmation for this bullish reversal candlestick will be if we go over the high of today, which is 201.84, or simply go over the $202 whole number level and eventually reach $204.50. This is the major flag resistance level. All right, so if I take out the drawing here, so this is the major area of supply that we need to break out of, which is the reason why I wanted us to really just consolidate a little bit more on low. But for the fact that we're seeing an increase in volume as we're making higher lows, right, and higher highs, tells me that there is a possibility for us to go back to 204.50 and then ultimately break out of it. Okay, so make sure you're watching this 204.50 level. Hey, welcome guys. Make sure you guys leave a like down below. Let's try to make 10 likes tonight on this video or on this live stream. Thank you guys for joining. Okay, all right, so that's low for you, miner. Let's take a look at CRM. Yeah, so CRM, what a monster, right? From December lows. So typical higher highs, higher lows. We're making a very nice textbook uptrend here with this nice ascending channel. All right, if I move this like that, you guys get the picture. I don't really have to draw it out, but we're making higher highs, higher lows, textbook uptrend. Okay, now what's interesting is that, miner, I did tell you that we're gonna hit 190.20, and guess what, we went a little bit over that and we hit 190.45 as the high, 190.38 as the high of today. And the only reason why I said that was that, well, my 10 SMA is currently being used as a level of resistance. So that's the reason why we retested it today and we came back down below it, because it was our first retest of the 10 SMA since we broke below it last week. I believe it was last Thursday. So this has really got me thinking that there is a possibility for us to move lower again. So there's a possibility for today's high to be the second most recent pivot high point compared to the first pivot high point of 200 flat. All right, so this whole number level of 200. So this has got me thinking that there is a possibility, again, that we can see a nice second pivot high point from today's high of the day. Oh, and also guys, welcome guys, whoa, gotta jump in viewers here. Make sure you guys change the settings here, the quality to the highest quality, right? I have 1080p 60, all right? So you guys should be able to see a clear view of my chart here. So CRM, there is a chance that we can move lower tomorrow and possibly retest at least 192.50 and make it visible here, right? Or we can continue up higher, retest again the 10 SMA and reclaim it and come back to 196. All right, so that's my next resistance level, or if you want to be specific, 195.50. All right, so this is the next resistance level here for CRM before we pivot again to the downside. But again, this is a very, very good doji candlestick, which allowed us to kind of come back over the daily 21 SMA. But again, the weekly is also staying a little bit, looking a little bit rocky here because of the fact that the weekly 50, 10, and 21 SMAs are very, very far away from the price. And also, we are slowly consolidating around the weekly 200 SMA. So that does not look good. Right, that really doesn't look good at all. So that's the reason why on a longer term perspective, I'm going to be looking out for a potential lower high point again. Okay, but again, if the market decides to run up, as I've told everyone at the start of this live stream, we can still retest 195.50 because the market can still make a little tiny movement higher tomorrow. Amazon, oh yeah, so Amazon, I went over this multiple times in the live streams here. So Amazon, very, very clear level here, 104. That's all you need to look for. So you either play a trade, a potential run up to 104, which could be tomorrow, who knows, or you wait patiently and look for a breakout over 104, right? So make sure you have your level set at 104. Very, very critical here for you to set up an alert at 104. But today we are able to reclaim this psychological $100 level, and that's very good. And on the weekly, we have a nice hammer candlestick forming. And depending on how we close tomorrow, we can end up closing at highs here in the weekly candlestick, this weekly hammer candlestick, and potentially visiting 104 next week and breaking over 104 by next week. Okay, so Amazon, very, very clear level here. Again, you can ride the price towards 104 and then take profits at 104, or just wait patiently until we retest 104 and we get that nice break over 104 until we start holding 104, and then we continue to move up higher and higher and higher. And ultimately, we will retest the weekly 50 SMA, which is currently sitting at 108. Okay. So miner, hopefully that was very, very insightful. To try to keep things simple, miner, don't try to look at every single name, all right? But yeah, CRM, low, Amazon, very good names to be looking at tomorrow, all right? Especially that low. All right, I really love that hammer candlestick here. Just watch out again. We have the daily 50 SMA just continuously bogging the price down before it can break up higher. All right, and the other names here. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. Like AI again. AI is also looking like a good short, most likely. Just because of the fact that we've had such a big move to the downside in just 2 trading days here. These are full bearish, full-bodied bearish red candlesticks, right? And for the fact that we are now consolidating within this huge move to the downside is a warning sign to me. So there's a good chance we come back down to 20 again for the 5th retest and then break down and possibly head below to the teens again. So maybe around $18, or just a simple retest at the 200 SMA on a daily time frame, which is currently sitting at $17. Okay, so hopefully all these names are potential candidates for you guys to trade tomorrow or even into next week. And also, again, I really personally love PLTR, just like Amazon. Very, very clear levels, very, very clear chart patterns, very, very clear macro bases that are forming on the daily and on the weekly. All right, so PLTR and Amazon, I really like these two. All right, very, very nice bases here, nice macro base. Okay, that extend all the way back to last year. So Amazon, as it continues to make higher lows and higher highs, we can break over 104 potentially, and then break over to retest the daily 200 SMA here. All right. Okay, so that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Wow, we've had a lot of people come in and stop by, so that's great. And obviously, if you guys missed out on the overall market analysis and what happened today, my explanation of what happened today and what could happen tomorrow as the last day of trading, make sure you guys go back to the recording of this live stream, which will be automatically posted on the channel. And if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so that you guys can see that there has been a recent live stream uploaded, okay, to the channel. And also hit that notification bell to know when I am live. YouTube will send a notification to your phone or your laptop or even your email, right? Hey Andrew, what's up? Thank you guys for the likes. Oh, we only have 5 likes. That's all right. We can reach 10 likes any other time. But yeah, guys, that's it for tonight. Andrew, you will have to look at the recording. Just skip to around the 5-minute mark where I start talking about the markets. Okay, so everyone who's still in here or everyone who just came in and stopped by, thank you guys very much. But we are ending the live stream. Make sure you guys go back to the recording because I go over SPY futures, SPX, and SPY, right? SPX and SPY futures. I go through all three of them. So make sure you guys look at the very first, I think, yeah, you guys should go to the 5.5 minute mark there on the video. Yeah, 5 minute mark on the video here. I think that's where I started my market analysis and kind of explaining what happened today. And so make sure you guys go take a look at that once the live stream is over. But again, if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, because you will be getting notifications when I am live. But again, if you guys want the actual time and day, I am live Tuesdays and Thursdays, okay? And I've changed the time to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, there's a 3-hour difference. So again, I'm going to be live always, every single week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right? So again, last time here, watch the recording of this live stream, which will be automatically uploaded once the live stream is done. And go to that 5-minute mark of the video and start watching from there. You guys will see the market analysis, my explanation of what happened, and what you guys can expect tomorrow on SPY futures, SPX, and SPY. All right, so all three. I hit all three of them. All right, that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I mean, I had a lot of people come in today. That's great. Hopefully, I can catch you guys next week on Tuesday. That I might do a surprise live stream over the weekend, so look out for that, either on Saturday or Sunday night. But again, I'll let you guys know. And if you guys obviously aren't subscribed to the channel or don't have the notification bell on, make sure you guys do that so you guys always know that I am live. All right, well, so that you guys always know when I am live, not every single day, but Andrew said, I sure will. Thank you for the recording. Of course, of course. All right, guys. Good luck tomorrow. Have a good night. And I'll see you guys all over the weekend or next Tuesday. Thank you so much for watching.